Yo, so you want to learn how to draw stuff digitally, huh? Well, let's get started. So the program we're gonna use to create this is Painter. If I have time, I can find a link and drop it in the description. Else, you can find it by yourself on the internet. So I have a cold right now, so if I sniff or cough a lot, please bear with it. So what we're gonna do first is that this is Painter basically. You're going to want to have your drawing on. If you're a mouse user, you're going to have to like sketch your drawing on a piece of paper and like take a picture of it. But if you got a tablet, you can just head over to File and you create a new canvas with your size and just sketchy shit. But for this tutorial, I'm basically fixing on like mouse user, so I'm just gonna import a picture. So I'm gonna just find a picture. So this is what we're going to use for this tutorial. So now that you've got your drawing imported into Painter, you're going to create a line work layer over here. This is a line work layer. Then you're going to hit curve. So what we're doing now is creating the line art over the drawing. Select this layer and bring the opacity down to, let's say, 50. Just make it so that it's not bold enough, so your line work can be like bolder than the sketch. So now that the line work layer is selected, you hit curve. So with curve selected, we zoomed in with the zoom in button here. With curve selected, it said how thick you want the line to be like. I think this is the lowest here, so this is how thick it's going to be. The line, you can increase it if you want. Let's go with something darker. Say this, yeah, a little thicker. Sorry. So with this line work selected, you're just gonna want to like trace around the drawing. So I've tapped like I clicked and clicking again for each point, just going around the drawing. So you get the point. You just use the line work tool and go around the drawing. You go around the drawing. So when you see a point where like you want the line to stop, like you don't want to continue it, you want it to stop, and like you want to start another line, you hit deselect here. So deselect just cuts the movement of the line, and just hit curve and start another one again until we like finish the character. I'll just speed it up from here. Now for the eyes, we're going to create a new layer for the eyes. I'm doing this because my eyes are like where I place mine on top of the hair, like on the face. You can still continue your line work on the same layer, but since the eyes I drew on top of the hair, I'm just creating a new layer and creating new lines for the eyes. Here, top for the eyes, on top of the first line work layer. We're done with the line work now, but we're not still basically done with the line work. So once you're done going around your character. Oh wait, forgot this bit. Once you're done going around the character, you're just gonna click this I button here to hide the sketch layer. So going to go to the line work tool and click pressure. So what this is gonna do, we're gonna add some more dynamic line work feel to the art instead of leaving just a blank line art here. So with pressure selected, you click a point like the end of like where the line ends and just drag it down to give it this fadey look, this sharp edge look, to give the line art some more feel instead of just plain lines. You can do it lines and stuff like that. Like right here to come down a bit and give some places some thick lines. And here, since it's edge, give it a sharper edge. Yeah, so you get the point here too. Just increase where you think should have thicker lines, where you think should have thinner lines. Right now I'm just playing with everything because yeah, I'm just playing with this, not really taking it seriously. Right now I'm just go around and find where you think should have thick lines, where you think should have thicker lines, just to make it look like really cool and not plain. Yeah, you get the point. So we've got our line work there already. So it's now time to go to the main thing, what we're really here for, the painting. So to start painting this whole thing done, we're gonna create a new layer, an line work layer. So now we're going to go to our line work layer, select this tool, the magic wand tool, and select a part where like you want to paint first. So I selected here, and this is where I want the skin to be, but I'm not just gonna select I want to cover up more space, so I just select all parts where the skin is gonna be colored, and just zoom in and select those small bits there. Yeah, so with that all selected, under this layer, let's just rename this to be more organized. I'm not usually organized with when I paint, I just create layers and paint under them, but if you want to be organizing stuff like that, just rename your layers. So I'll just call this skin. So now that that's settled, with the parts still selected, you're gonna hit the pen tool and increase the size a bit. Now you're gonna pick a color that you want to use for the skin. Any color you want to use for the skin. So I'll just choose like right about here. With the selection still being there, just paint around that. Here. Make sure, don't forget, very important things. This layer must be under the line work layer, because if it's on top, it will cover up the line work. So you make it under the line work layer. So now that that's selected, just hit selection and clear. So we have this painted in right now. Alright. So what we're doing next is hitting this button, preserve opacity. So what that does now is, because what we're going to do now, we're going to enter into the shading portion of the painting. So what this does, this preserve opacity does, so when we like pick a color, it doesn't go over the places we selected. So anything we do is just going to be in those portions that we selected. Oh, sorry, it's unchecked. Preserve opacity. So now to shade, we're gonna pick a darker color That is, if I assume you already know how tones and highlights work. So you're just gonna go like pick a darker color for the shading. Now for tablet users, your airbrush tool is like what could be your best friend for shading. With your airbrush tool selected and the size increased to where you want it to be, you can just go over the size where you want shading. So you see you have that there already, that nice feel there already. So that's for like tablet users, and we're gonna like use the water tool to blend your colors. But this only applies for like tablet users. So I want to like place more emphasis on mouse users, because this video is actually requested by mouse users. So if you're a mouse user, you could just hit the pen tool and pick your dark color and use this over here, so it gives it this soft fuzzy feeling. So just resize the pen to where you want it to be. Now you're just gonna shade where you think the dark sides are going to be. Just paint over it. I know it looks flat. I know it looks pretty flat now, but it's not gonna matter in seconds. So just go over where you think should be shaded. So I think mouse users can also use the water brush here, but just reduce the density to maybe like 50 or something for mouse users, and just go over that with the water brush. You can, but mostly I'd recommend the blur tool. Just reduce the density of the blur tool, increase the size, and just go over the edges, in the middle of the edges here, and it's gonna blend. It's gonna blend like really nice. Just go over the edges of where you use, like in the middle, so the colors blend. If you still feel like they're still a bit sharp, all you gotta do is increase the density, and it's gonna make the blur more stronger. It's gonna make everything a lot stronger, so increase the density. So there, that's actually looking pretty good. It's actually looking pretty good. So if you wanna add highlights, you can just hit the airbrush tool, maybe pick white or a lighter color. So just go over where you want the highlights to be very lightly there. So there's like already lights there. Maybe just add some of that bit here, maybe here in the middle. So we have highlights there already. And click the pen tool just for a little, like, just make it a little like better. Just add some few dots here. Yeah, it's looking good. So yeah, let's see. Another, oh, I forgot to shade the ear. Let's just pick that color back here. It's a sharp edge method of, shading stuff. So with the pen tool selected and this flat one here selected, you can maybe pick a darker like tone, zoom in a bit, and increase the size. Yeah, just go slowly at the edge here. It's not straight, just go slowly at the edge here. Yeah. This is just for like if you want to do this I think sharp edge shading kind of thing. I don't normally use it, but I think a lot of people like it. So if you want, you can also use this method. I don't personally use it, but it's whatever. Yeah, so you have those sharp edges there. So that's basically how to paint with Paint tool. So I'm just gonna speed the video up and do the same process for every part, the remaining parts of the body that I haven't painted yet. So yeah, just select where you want to color. Let's just select these little bits here. Select where you want to color. Once you selected that, then create a new layer, put it under your lino layer. Take the pen tool, pick a color, say red, give it a red hair. Use the pen tool, increase the brush, go over it, preserve opacity, then shade. Okay, so this is what we're with. So I want to do the eyes now. So for the eyes, I can remember we create a new wirewall layer for the eyes. Just gonna select the eye wirewall layer, the magic wand tool, select the places we want to fill, create a new layer underneath that. Then normal thing, paint. Just know where you're gonna put whites and stuff. Hit the pen tool. Oh, sorry, it didn't feel properly. So section clear. Pen tool, select white for where you want to add whites. I don't remember where I kept the white, so I'm just gonna paint places on the skin. I want it to be white with the pen tool over here. Just roughly going over it. So we're just gonna, to export your picture, hit file, export, JPEG, save it where you want to save it as. Yeah, it's just remove some things here. Just feeling a little lazy right now. Save. Use the original to give it like the full quality, 100%. Okay. Yeah, so that's basically it.